Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards, and I'm going to be playing a campaign match here as the Disciples of Tzeentch, running Ahriman against the Eldari. This is just a 2-day campaign. We have 250 deck points available, so just slightly more points than normal. Just looking at all the Tzeentch cards in the game, of course there's only one Warlord, Ahriman, who needs to be at a pretty high level if you want him to be competitive. He does deal a lot of damage when he's on the field as long as you have two other Psychers. His special rule is not really that great. It just heals one of your cards or deals damage to one of the enemy cards at the beginning of each turn. I do remember back in the day when he was able to deal damage to your own cards, and it was possible for Ahriman to kill himself with his own special rule. That was pretty hilarious, but so I mean he's alright now, but not an amazing warlord. I have just 11 Tzeentch bodyguards in my collection. Of course, the Lord of Change is the best one, extremely powerful with that big psionic blast, and it's able to heal just a little bit at the end of each turn with a regeneration. Some of the other nice ones are this guy, the Scarab Occult Sorcerer with Psychic Link. This guy can deal a lot of damage and has all 3 attack types, decent amount of health as well. And then the Infernal Master is nice with the Inspiring Presence to boost up the attack of your other guys. The Herald of Tzeentch is also quite good with another Psionic Blast. The others are just sort of okay. As for the ones that I don't own, there are some pretty nice ones, like the Blue Scribes are very good because they have Shield. Also, another pretty new card, the Changeling. This one has Fear at level 9, so most players are probably not going to have access to that, unfortunately. And another noteworthy one is Kairos Fate Weaver, who is pretty similar to the Lord of Change. Most players will probably prefer the Lord of Change because he'll be at a much higher level, so probably not too relevant in this campaign. As for campaign structure, it has changed recently. Of course, we have the new energy system, which I think is really nice. It's much better than the old Fast Fingers system. You can get those games in at any time that you like throughout the day. A lot of people, it seems, are not happy with the scoring system, though. I see even like longtime players who are saying that they aren't able to get as high a rank as they were before, even if they play perfectly without losing any matches. And that's simply because people with the highest level cards will be able to score the most by default. I personally don't really care all that much about like 1 or 2 extra rewards. I haven't even really been playing a lot of these campaigns to the very end. Another thing that's changed actually is that we have 3 campaigns a week. So it used to be that we only had 2 campaigns and then we had like 2 days off. But now there's a campaign on every single day of every week for a total of 3 campaigns, which means more rewards if you play every campaign. But it does get a little bit tiring, and even with the speed modifier, now that you can play the game at basically double speed, that does help, but it's still just a lot of games to get through, so I typically don't use all of the energy available. We also have been seeing PvP appear a little more often. These campaigns tend to just require 10 wins, but the speed modifier doesn't apply to this, I don't think, so you have to play the games at the normal slow speed. Anyway, let's dive into this campaign. We're at level 15. Still got 9 more energy, and I think I actually got disconnected twice, so I'm not even as high a level as I should be. These 2-day campaigns, the difficulty scales very quickly. It gets very hard, so unless you have some really good cards in your collection, you're going to hit the wall pretty early on, I think. I guess another thing with the new scoring system is that it kind of encourages you to use your best cards if you really want to score the highest, and certain traits like shields and Medicae become a lot more valuable because you want to keep, as much health remaining on your deck as possible. Which is not really the greatest. It sort of stifles creativity, I would say. And also, if you're wanting to run keyword cards, the keyword decks typically do not score as high as simply using your best cards. So that's another kind of issue, but I mean, if you're really, really concerned about rewards, though, I mean, you can always just watch those ads. Like, honestly, you can get more rewards from watching ads than you can from, like, spending time in the campaigns. Alright, the enemy is going first. Eldari tend to have very high initiative, so they are probably going to be going ranged here. Nope, they're going melee. I lied. A lot of damage, thanks to that melee scout from the Hellion. Got just 1 healing there on the Occult Sorcerer. Of course, we're going to be going Psychic this entire time. They can retaliate because they have Yvrain on the field. The animation for the Psychic attacks seems to be a little bit faster than the other attack types, like ranged. And that's a really big ranged attack, taking down the Sorcerer, the Aspiring Sorcerer in the center. That's unfortunate. It redeploys. We're up against Lilith, who potentially can be very strong, but the AI doesn't really typically run the best bodyguards with her, so don't really have to worry as much about them reusing traits. I think we're gonna switch to we're gonna go melee here, just so we can hit with a slightly harder psychic attack on the next turn. Hopefully they don't kill any of these guys because they're all quite valuable, but we've got a Wraith Lord over there, 95 range damage. The Infernal Master should survive, barely. Yeah, 1 health remaining. It's actually pretty big, though. Been seeing this card appear quite a bit. The Drukhari Raider with Taunt. So this one is blocking 30% of the incoming damage, so it's going to be able to absorb quite a bit of this. That's going pretty well, though. We are able to take it down, but yeah, we're going to be losing that Infernal Master. No more Inspiring Presence. There's the Void Raven Bomber. Wow, that's a new one there. Level 5, Legendary. It's going to be dealing some serious damage. And, yep, the Wraith Lord goes back to the hand. That's fine. As does the Void... Well, they get the ranged scout back with that one. That's not cool. And they have a... Wow, another Wraith Lord. Okay. Well, let's drop the Lord of Change. And I think, well, they have a really big melee attack charged up. I'm thinking they might go melee next turn. And if that's the case, I kind of want this guy to survive, actually. So we'll see what they do. I just got the one non-Tzeentch card in this deck is the Felgor Ravager. Pretty valuable card, though. If you're running a Psychic Chaos deck, he's got all 3 attack types and Medicae. Alright, going Psychic again. Dealing some decent damage, and now I'm thinking maybe I should have just stuck the Lord of Change in the center lane so he could take down the Void Raven Bomber. Because they are going ranged, dealing quite a bit of damage. And that goes back to the hand again. They get to reuse that ranged scout. It's getting kind of annoying. And it's coming back yet again. Right there. Okay, well... Yeah, we'll just finish it off, I think, with... I'm kind of tempted to... I'm going to bring out Ahriman, actually, which is kind of dumb, because I just realized they have a really big melee attack charged up. It's going to be almost enough to kill Ahriman in 1 hit. Hopefully we get some healing on him before enemy warlord deploys, but we should be able to at least clear... No, we can't, actually. I miscalculated that, so nope. Yeah. There's the Wraith Lord. Outflank as well. Yeah, that's not great. Well, that's pretty good, though. The 20 damage over there. 175 damage, and then, yeah, Big Game Hunter boosting the Wraith Lord's attack there. If we can't kill Lilith here, then we're in some serious trouble. Fortunately, I think we should be able to do that, because the Lord of Change with the Sonic Blast, that'll take down the Shining Spear, and then we can hit Lilith with... both the Lord of Change and Ahriman. Even though we have minus 20% to the Psychic, it's still plenty of damage. And, yeah, it took a lot more damage in that game than I should have, so the score is not really as high as it should be. Yeah, probably not the greatest idea to deploy Ahriman there a little early, but I did manage to pull off a victory. Let me know what you think about the campaigns, though. From the poll that I did the other day, it seems the 400-point max level campaigns are the most popular, which I agree as well. Those are quite fun. I do like a lot of the modifiers, though, and I'm glad that they're incorporating more of those in just everyday campaigns. But tell me what you think of the new scoring system, if it has affected you, and if you're playing less campaigns these days, or if you're still going strong. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.